Okay, bit of a weird moment to start, but I kinda wanted to show you guys what I've been up to lately. So, as you can see, I have quite the weird random team. And again, I have 2 gifts on my team, but I can assure you, Hybrid hasn't done any kind of fighting. Same with Dragon, really. So, I'm just... like Dragon, I'm trying to grind, and Hybrid, I'm just keeping around to basically raise the happiness. But yeah, after Azteca's untimely death, I am trying to find the next Azteca, basically. I've been grinding a few team members. And I've been doing that in, what's it called, Celadon City. Because there's a small grinding spot there. The Pokémon aren't too dangerous, but still give decent experience. And yeah, just to show you how tedious the process is, I kinda just decided to jump in right here. Oh, and by the way, Shiny Beautifly. I don't know. What is my luck in this run? I have never found 2 shinies in the same playthrough. And now in a Nuzlocke? Are you serious, game? Now, Beautifly isn't the best Pokemon in the world, definitely not. And I'm not planning to add it on the team should I catch it. But it's nice to have as a backup, I guess. And I think it can learn Whirlwind. So I want to basically throw the ball straight away and hope for the best. So let's see. Beautifly. Come on. Stay in the ball. Be a pal here. Nope. No chance. Okay. And Mega Drain. Okay, I can deal with that. Let me just continue the Spherical Assault to this Beautifly. Yeah, so this really caught me off guard. Like, I was in the middle of grinding. I've already ground up my my next team member that I'm gonna replace Azteca with. Or the other way around, that I'm gonna use to replace Azteca. So this is just Pokédex expanding, basically. Because at the moment I have 42 different Pokémon. And I want the EXP share. But to get the EXP share, I need 50 different Pokémon. And they specifically have to be from the Kanto region. So, if we take... oh, 2, 3... Yes! Hell yeah, Shiny Beautifly! Welcome to the team, dude. Yeah, just to finish the thought. I have a lot more than 50 because of all the Hoenn and Johto Pokemon. But for some reason the game doesn't count them. And it also won't count this Shiny Beautifly that I caught. I can't believe I have 2 shinies on my squad now. This is unbelievable. And I haven't even thought of a name yet. No, I have a name. I will name you... Editor. Because there is an indie band called The Editors. And they have a song called Papillon. Which... what is this, really? No, Rosia, go away. Yeah, you're not a shiny. So yeah, The Editors, they have a song called Papillon. And that is French for butterfly. So, it kind of fits. I would have preferred to go with the name of the singer, but I actually don't know his name. So, I'm just gonna go with the generic random editor. It works. Now, let's... oh yeah, and if we go into the PC, don't pay attention to the weird organization. This is basically what I've come to call the bootcamp box. So, well, ignoring Jerry here, all those Pokemon can easily evolve. And should I evolve all of them, I think I'll be at 49. But I have a few more on the team that can evolve. Like here, Uroboros is gonna evolve soon, Dragon is gonna evolve soonish. So, yeah, I'm gonna get my 40. But now let's check Editor. My new Shiny Beautifly. It's really beautiful, living up to its name. And it's mild, which raises special attack. You know? That's actually really interesting. That's not bad. Stat-wise, yeah, classic bug, flying move, type, stats. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I was actually already lying in bed, just grinding while watching a bit of YouTube. And I was ready to go to bed. I was telling myself, maybe I'll play 15 minutes more and go to sleep after. Well, that didn't happen. Now I'm here sitting and recording 5 minutes of an episode. But yeah, moveset, it's not really stellar. So yeah, as I said, I don't think I'll be adding it to the team, but it's awesome having another shiny. And while I think about it, here's Bouncy, the Ponyta. Yeah, during grinding, I accidentally let Bouncy die. What happened was, Oh yeah, here's the new team member, by the way. I might as well do everything now. So, Jackie, the Hypno, is the new team member, replacing Azteca. Jackie is a defensive-oriented psychic type, which comes in handy because I don't have that bulky of a team, ignoring Jackie. I have Hard Hat and Quiet, I guess, but more bulk can't hurt. But yeah, while training Jackie, I did the typical bait and switch grinding. I switched out Jackie and switched in Bouncy against the Roselia. The Roselia got a critical with, Magical Leaf. It leech-seeded Bouncy. Bouncy survived the critical hit with 1 HP, but then Leech Seed finished it off. So, sadly, we have to say goodbye to Bouncy. This is death number 7 of this run. Bouncy, you shall be missed. Rest in peace. And now, I will cut the episode now, and I will see you back at Silph, so see you in a bit. Now that was unexpected. There I was, lying in bed, getting ready to end my grinding session and just go to sleep. Bam! Shiny. Anyways, welcome back to my FireRed Omega Nuzlocke. Here we are back in Silph, at the point where I was so rudely interrupted by Mr. Rocket Guy Man Dude here. So let's see what he has to say for himself. If you stand up for justice, you betray us bad guys. Oh, that's some kind of twisted logic I cannot get behind, so let's just leave you there. You're a douche. And, yeah, because... so you see, this is my current team. I added Jackie the Hypno for Azteca, who unfortunately passed away, so hopefully Jackie will provide some decent bulk for the team. And just to show you her moveset, she has kind of what you would expect from a Psychic type. She's got Psychic and Shadow Ball, and can usually make good use out of those moves with those types, with those stats. So I'm looking forward to trying her out. But for now, let's give the 48s some time to shine, while I fight this researcher dude. And yeah, so at the moment we are... Oh, I like this guy. He's talking about how he was sent to Tixie. And I've always wondered, is Tixie a real place? Or is it just something they made up? And I'm pretty sure they just made it up because it sounds funny. And he uses a Pichu, which is kind of like the least threatening Pokemon you could have on your team. So I'm gonna dig it. And yeah, so as I was starting to say, we are more or less halfway through Silph, and I still need to finish my gig topic that I started in the last episode. But before I do that, I want to share a story that happened just last night. So, last night I kinda was afraid for my life, because something happened in front of my window. Like, every now and then there are some drunk people hanging out, just, having a chat, which they're actually doing right now at the moment. But thankfully my mic just doesn't pick them up, so that's good. But, and them having a chat, well, is annoying. But, well, that's fair enough. I just can't forbid them to talk. But last night, right before or right after I fell asleep, I started to jump up wide awake with my heart beating like crazy. And now, why is that? There was a loud noise outside accompanied with the usual talking. And it kind of went like this, like, pew, bang! And it was kind of a mix between fireworks and a gunshot, which really had me worried. And on top of that, it was really goddamn loud. But anyways, I tried to ignore it and just went back to sleep. That is, I tried to go to sleep, because around 5 minutes later, same thing, pew, bang! And I had absolutely no idea what it was. I've never heard a noise like that in my life before. My best guess is that it was kind of like a gun that shoots out fireworks, if such a thing even exists. But I don't think it was a real gun. Oh, and here's one of the 4 Rocket brothers. He's completely unremarkable, like his other brothers. But yeah, as I was saying, I don't think it was a real gun, and no one died because I didn't hear screaming or anything. And also, while I was still, like, semi-awake, I heard a woman go, "Happy New Year, guys!" Well, thanks. Happy New Year to you too, random lady. Now who's gonna give me back the sleep that I lost? So yeah, that was a fun thing that happened. Thankfully, Draco missed. Yeah, thankfully you missed, Draco. Very well done. No, thankfully, I went back to sleep. Like, I was able to fall asleep right after. And I went to bed pretty early, so I didn't lose much sleep. But it was still annoying, and I would have preferred it not happen. But yeah, that story aside. Oh yeah, and I read about it on the news, and I didn't see anything about a gunshot here in the area. So I don't think anything happened. So yeah, back to the main topic I wanted to talk about. My concerts this year. So, in the last episode, right before Azteca died, rest in peace, I started to talk about the 8th gig I saw this year, which was Pearl Jam. And it was the best gig I've seen this year. No competition. And again, I only saw them coincidentally, because the gig happened while I was on holidays in Rome. So, they played in the Stadio Olimpico in Rome, like the Olympic Stadium. And it was the first time for the band to play in Rome since 22 years. So, to kind of compensate for that, they played for 3 hours straight, and the setlist was, I think, 36 songs long. And they didn't even play just their stuff, they played some cover songs as well, like Rockin' in the Free World, or Comfortably Numb, stuff like that. And, oh, I forgot, Dustox has inner focus. Good. I'm glad you dragged Draco out though, because Draco can actually handle you. So yeah, they played the longest gig I've ever been to. And the best thing about it is, the gig was so freaking long, they didn't even have or even need a support band. It was just Pearl Jam, nothing else, nobody else. Well, I guess you could count the random football World Cup match that they showed before as a support band. I don't even remember who was playing. I think it was it Spain? I can't remember. But yeah. Also, what I was, like, before I get into that, I had a seating ticket, because when ooh, Poison Fang, that's nice. Yeah, when I checked for tickets, they only had seated tickets available left. There were no standing tickets left available, which is a shame, but it was nice to experience a gig while being able to sit down and kind of relax. Especially a long one like that. And yeah, what I was surprised at was how light the security was. Like, in the main city, like in the city center of Rome, you would have armed police officers with machine guns and everything, and police vans, or even army vans. But at the gig, no. Security was really light. And I don't think I even was patted down by anyone. Which is crazy, because one other gig I went to, I think it was Noah Gallagher, I even had to show my ID. Like, they checked my ID for my name if the ticket belonged to me, which I've never seen before. But yeah, that was, like, nothing happened at the gig either, so... Oh, and what I liked was, at the end, one of the audience members handed, like, a pride flag, one of those rainbow flags, to Eddie Vedder. Kind of unexpectedly, they just threw it at him, and it kind of landed on him. What? Juice, why can you learn Thunder Punch? I mean, I'm gonna take it. I'm not gonna say no to a good electric move, but... What am I getting rid of? This is the 4 moveset syndrome right here. So Blaze Kick, Brick Break, I don't want to get rid of, because they're the stab moves, Fire and Fighting. And Dig is a good utility move. So I guess I'm getting rid of Bulk Up. Sure. Let's go for it. I don't have an electric move on the team anyway, so I need it. But, yeah. So that was nice. Not showing the gig, and... Oh, not showing the gig. What am I saying? Rocket Guy, Thunder Punch. I'm just losing my mind here. Oh yeah, the Pride flag. What? Yes, Julia, the door is open. There is no door. Good job, you have eyes. Okay, here's just panicking dudes. And here's Pessimistic Lady, I like her. You came to save me? You can't! Well, you just wait and see. Okay, back to the topic, back to the story I was telling. So, yeah, someone threw a pride flag at Eddie Vedder, and it just kind of landed on him, he kind of caught it. And during one of the last songs, I believe it even... Well, I guess there's Polk Up if I need it again. Jeez, will I ever get to finish the story? I don't think so. At this rate, no. So yeah, Pride Flag. Eddie Vedder caught it. And during, I think, Rockin' in the Free World, he was waving the flag across the stage, kind of wearing it like a coat. It was a nice visual. And the only annoying thing at the gig was, so as I was saying, I had a seated ticket. I was sitting kind of to the side of the stage. And during the gig, across the seats there were some random, like, drinks and food vendors walking along. Like you would see at a concert or at a theater show, which is nice. But the vendor that we had on our seats was really annoying, because what he did was, he kept waving the beer bottles in front of everyone's faces. Like, he wasn't kind of getting close, but he was just waving them into everybody's view while the gig was happening. So that was annoying. And also one thing he did was, every now and then he would go kind of imitating a beer bottle opening to animate people to buy more beer, which was also annoying. Like, you have Pearl Jam on stage performing whatever, Alive, and then there's just this random dude going. It was so annoying. But anyways, it didn't really detract from the gig. It's just something that I noticed that stood out. But otherwise, yeah, it was a great gig. Great atmosphere too. The entire stadium was into it. Like, as an example, my little section there, we were all sitting down while it started, like bobbing our heads a little, singing along when we knew the lyrics. But later on, like starting from the middle of the concert, everybody was standing up. It was electric in there. I guess that's what happens when a band doesn't go to town for like 22 years, so yeah. But one of the ladies next to me even like buried her face in her hands, like, oh my god, I can't believe this is happening. I'm finally seeing Pearl Jam, kinda like that. So that was really cute. And I think, oh yeah, and the gig ended at like 1 a.m. I think, 1 a.m. local time. And because the stadium was kind of far away from my hotel, I was only back at the hotel at like 2 a.m. and I was tired as all heck. And when I went back into the hotel, the receptionist on night duty was like, hey, can you give me a cigarette, please? And I'm like, no, sorry, man, I don't smoke. Sorry about that. And he was so disappointed after I told him that. He was like, oh, okay. Like, I'm sorry, dude. I would give you a cigarette if I had one. But, yeah, so that was that. Great gig. Nice memory, too. And one of the biggest bands I've ever seen live, too. And after that, it's been around a month since the next gig, which was also the last one I've seen so far. And that was the Gaslight Anthem. Puccina, please don't use Pursuit. Please don't make a repeat of what happened to Azteca. So yeah, the Gaslight Anthem. Why am I switching out a Psychic type against a Dark type? What am I doing? Good thing Jackie is a defensive beast. Yeah, let's get you out of there straight away. So yeah, Gaslight Anthem. So they are a rock band from America, and they disbanded a while back, and I only became a fan after that happened. So I didn't expect to ever see them live, which was a shame because I'm a kind of a fan of their songs. Like, they're maybe top 15 bands for me, and I have a lot of bands I like, so that means a lot. But this year, one of their more popular albums turned 10 years old, and I just happened to see on Facebook that they announced, oh hey, our album The 59 Sound is gonna turn 10 years old, and we're gonna do a little reunion birthday celebration, hooray! And I'm just seeing the Facebook post and I'm thinking, it's probably for America only, I don't think they'll come over to Europe. And so I go through the tour dates, and I see, yup, lots of American cities, yup, America. I go down further, oh hey, there's London. Oh hey! Oh my god, they're actually coming to Europe. So I was skimming through the list further and further, and there it was. I saw My Town, they were coming here, and I instantly bought a ticket as soon as they were released. Because I really wanted to see them, because you never know when they're gonna perform together again. They might not even do that at all. And you know, Juice, I would really, really like for you to hit this Mightina finally. Please do. Thank you. And yeah, so the gig was kinda nice. It wasn't the best gig I've ever been to, but it was great finally seeing them live. And I don't know, what I didn't like was there wasn't too much crowd interaction. Which is bleh. Yeah, that's it. Bleh. That's what I meant to say. No, which is a shame, because I like when bands do a bit of crowd interaction. And especially because it was a really small, intimate venue, and the band were really close to the audience, I feel like they should have done a bit more interaction. So that was a bit of a bummer. And they kinda only played their songs, and that was really it. Although later on, towards the end of the gig, they did open up a bit more, and like fooled around a bit. Like the singer was like, "Oh, why do you get..." Like the singer was like to one of his band members, "Oh, you got a cup of coffee. Why didn't you invite me for a cup of coffee? I'm craving Joe right now," or something like that. And later on, he got one of those stick lights, I guess you call them, from his band members. And again, he's like, "Hey, why didn't I get a light? Why did my band members get all the cool stuff and I'm just here on my microphone?" So that was kind of funny. But yeah, towards the beginning of the gig, they would really only play down their set list. And especially during the 59 Sound album segment, when they played like the 12 or 13 songs of the album, they would play song after song after song after song. And it really felt like just a group of people listening to the album together, and not being at a concert. But that aside, it was nice. It was great seeing them live. And what I found weird though, they had two support acts, and one of them was called Dave House. Now, I've never heard of the guy. He was good. He played some like acoustic guitar songs with his younger brother. But yeah, as I said, I didn't know him. His music was good. But everybody, no exception, everybody around me was going crazy for his music. And I'm just standing there, everybody's singing along, and I'm just like bobbing my head. Yeah, this is alright. That's kind of a cool song. This is good. While everybody was singing along, dancing, and I don't know. But as I said, he was good, so I've been meaning to check out his stuff for a while. I never got around to it, but one day I will. And I like how this Kangaskhan is exclusively using Endure. I have a feeling it only has normal moves, other than Endure. It probably has Dizzy Punch, but I kind of expected it to have Earthquake, which is why I was kind of hesitant to switch in Hard Hat. So that's why I was relying on Quiet for the normal resistance. But I guess I'll just slowly but surely whittle it down with Burn, Confusion, and Pursuit until it dies. And yeah, there it is again, and Endure. Now, Kangaskhan is kind of a threat too. But I guess if it just refuses to attack, that's fine by me. Goodbye, Kangaskhan. Nice knowing you. So yeah, that was the Gaslight Anthem. And for now, that's all the gigs I've seen so far. But I have 3 more coming up. I'm not gonna go into detail, don't worry. That's it for the gig talk. I just want to mention who they are. So next week I'm gonna see Billy Talent, which I've liked ever since I've been a teenager, so that'll be good. Then in a month I'll see Incubus, which I've never expected them to come here, but they are, so I'm going. Although with Incubus, I think this is gonna be a weird one. Because if I read the floor plan correctly, there's not gonna be any standing section. It's only seats, and they're playing in a theater. Which is really weird, because they're like a rock crossover band, and for music like that, you kinda wanna go crazy, you wanna dance a bit, and not just sit in your chair and be like, "Yep, that was nice, that was good, yeah, 1+, yep, nice, good." So, I'm kinda interested to see how that'll play out. And finally, the last concert on my list so far is one of my favorite bands at all. Of all time, I mean. probably in my top 3, Biffy Clyro. I've already seen them 3 times. Twice 2 years ago and 1 time 4 years ago, I think now. But this time it's not a full tour, or not a proper set, if you want to call it, but it's an MTV Unplugged tour. So I don't know what to expect, because Biffy Clyro are great live, but part of their gimmick is that they're really loud, have a lot of screaming in their songs too, occasionally. Well, not in a lot of their songs, but in a few. And they've got loud guitars. So them switching to acoustic for a gig is kind of weird. But I'll see how it is. And the setlist, the acoustic album is already released, but the setlist leaves a bit to be desired. There are a few stinkers on that setlist. But anyways, I'm sure it'll be good. Biffy are always good live, no matter if it's acoustic or a full live experience. So I'm really looking forward to that. And that is about it. I'm hoping they're gonna release a few more gigs this year. I wouldn't mind something like a few years ago where Placebo announced a tour for December, and it was even an anniversary tour. So I'm hoping to see something like that again. But other than that, I've had a lot of gigs this year. Everything combined would be 12 gigs. And that is quite a lot for a whole year. It's 1 gig per month if you round it up. So, yeah. That was a good year for concerts, definitely. A lot of bands I like were in town. And I even saw a lot of bands I like on holidays. So, that worked out well. And yeah, that's it about music and concerts. So now, for the final part of the episode, I will just do some live commentary of the action that's happening here. So here's a very exciting Giga Drain to the weak Lantern, and yeah, Lantern goes down, it's super effective, yeah! Yeah, let's not ever do that again, shall we? So, I think I'm on the 9th floor at the moment, and Silph has 10 floors in total. So, we're almost done with the trainers. And yeah, so if you think back to the beginning of the video, where I caught Editor, the shiny Beautifly, I really would have loved to add him to the team, because, well, Beautifly, the Beautifly is shiny, and shiny Pokemon are awesome, but I'm kind of afraid to use him, because I'm all for using shiny Pokemon whenever possible, but in a Nuzlocke, I'm a bit more protective towards them. And Beautifly is just an early game Pokemon, and oh, I really like how useless this corridor was. It's like, you go down here, there's Mr. Scientist guy, and then you go up, and oh, you're at the stairs again. Oh, that's good. But yeah, I didn't want to add Beautifly to the team because it's kind of frail, it's weak defensively, and I don't want it to die because it's shiny, and if it dies I would have to release it. And I don't want to release it because, well, it's shiny. So, that's it. That's my reasoning behind it. Although, I will try to find a use for it at some point. Maybe have it help out during grinding or something like that. I'll think of something. Because I can't just have a shiny and let it gather dust in the PC. Because that's kind of rude. Just as rude as the Skullbat here who confused Quiet. But Quiet is having none of it, and oh, I forgot about Bite, but that did do no damage. Please don't hit yourself, Quiet. Good girl, Quiet, good girl. Oh, I just realized Quiet is still level 48. Not anymore, I mean, but that's kind of weird. I thought she gained a level up already. Oh well, guess not. And here we have the Bomb Cube again. Let's see if it uses Sharpen again, like in the gym battle with Koga. That was ridiculous. Like, this Electrode would not attack. I can't get over that fact. And, oh, it goes boom right away. Well, that's good. But Hardhat takes it like a beast. Look at that. How much? 15 damage. 15 whole damage by self-destruct. Holy cow. And here's a Hypno. You know what I gotta do. Mirror match time. I know I'm kind of taking a risk here, because Jackie still hasn't proven herself, and she's not the ideal Pokemon to fight a Hypno, but she got Shadow Ball, And it's a TM move, so I don't think her opponent will have the same. And it's almost a one-hit KO, too. That's good. Well done, Jackie. And, oh, Psychic. Yeah, that's not gonna do much, is it? 10? 11, yeah. I was right on the dot, almost. 11 damage by Psychic. Would you look at that? That is some much appreciated bulk on my team there, Jackie. Brothers, I lost! What are you, Hulk Hogan? Brother! And what do you got to say? Brothers will avenge me. By the way, I can't do a Hulk Hogan impression. And I know I'm doing a horrible one, so... Oh. Well, there's a quick reminder for me to check all the potted plants when I come back. But here we have a lady and 2 beds. And you know what that means? Yeah, you can take a rest. What, did you think anything else? Come on, get out of here with your dirty minds. Okay, we only have a few, very few trainers left. I think there's this one, and possibly 2 more on the next floor. So, I'm just gonna clear them out in this episode. Because in the next episode, I'm planning to fight the next 2 bosses. Which I'm not looking forward to in the slightest. Because one of them is Giovanni, and Giovanni should be fairly manageable, I'd say. Because Giovanni, like, I've already fought him once, and I only had minor issues with them, and nothing bad happened. So, I'm not too worried about him. But who I am worried about is Joe, the rival. Because I have to fight him next, before getting to Giovanni. And as you know, Joe is responsible for 5 out of my 7 deaths so far. In fact, all of those 5 deaths were by one and the same Pokémon, the Smoochum/Jinx. And I still haven't found a perfect counter against the Jinx. Now, I'm putting a lot of hope into Jackie, because Jinx is a special attacker, but Jackie has great special defense, plus Shadow Ball. So I'm really hoping to outlast the Jinx that way. Now, of course, Jinx is really strong in this hack. It's got buffed up special attack, I think. So it's not going to be an easy feat. But I don't think I'll have as many issues as I did in the last fight. But I also don't expect to get out of it without casualties. Yeah, I think one of those 6 will be sacrificed. And I am not looking forward to that at all. Because sacrificing team members suck. Yeah, I don't know why I said suck instead of sucks. And, oh no, we got one more floor, don't we? Yeah, I think this leads to... Yeah, there it is. This is what I was thinking of. What? I have a full bag, really? You can have a full bag in this game? I thought in this game they did away with the limitations. I thought you could... Oh well, let me just give this lucky egg to someone. Here, quite... No wait, you have the quick claw, never mind. Whatever, Draco. Here, have a lucky egg. Because stat boosting items are good to have. And you know what? I'm almost considering using a few of those. Okay, calcium boosts special attack. Kappa, you need that. Because you're kind of an all-rounder and don't excel in anything. Have another one. And I know it's kind of silly wasting those on team members where I'm not certain if they'll survive. But, you know, I can always buy those things if I ever need to. So, here's another rocket dude. Halt! Oh yeah, I like how he says halt, because halt, or rather halt, is stop in German. So I always find that word funny whenever I read it. I don't know why. It's just one of those things, you know. And here's a Linoon, which makes me think of my Pokemon X Wonder Trait Nuzlocke, which I'm doing at the moment. Because in that game, oh boy, do people like their Zigzagoons. Because I'm at the right before the second gym leader, and I've done, what, 15 traits so far? 15, 20 traits, something like that. And 5 of them. There was 5 of them! Yeah, shut up, Zandik. Out of those 5 traits, or out of those 20 traits, 5 were Zigzagoon or Linoon. It's ridiculous. But I guess I have to make do with them. At least they have pickup, so that's good. And I'm noticing I'm actually getting close to 30 minutes already. It didn't feel that long at all. Anyways, let's try out Poison Fang. Kinda has a cool animation. It's just a shame that it's such a weak move. It's only got 50 base power, which is nothing in the grand scheme of things. But at least it can leave, I think, even heavy poison, so that's decent. Torkoal. Man, these rocket trainers are all over the place. They're using every Pokemon imaginable, I think. Like, usually with Team Rocket or evil teams in general, you have your typical dark Pokemon, poison Pokemon, stuff like that. And here just random Torkoal. Like one of the most obscure Pokemon, I'd say. No, it's just on Team Rocket. And a FireRed. What? What is this guy doing with his cutesy Linoon and FireRed? Like early route normal types. Get out of here, Rocket Grunt Man. You suck. Okay, and I did say earlier I wanted to clear out everything before tackling Joe and Giovanni. But now that I see that we've passed 30 minutes, and that's adding on the 6 minutes towards the beginning as well that I kind of added on about the shiny. So I think this is getting too long. And there's a whole nother door. Here's another scientist and another corridor. Ha! Door, door, get it? Yeah, I don't get it either. So, with that being said, I will save this floor for the next episode. So, for now, I will save my game, overwrite my old file, not turn off the power because I don't want to fight those trainers again, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.